a sense, this is globalizing maternal, and maternal movements have been successful in Israel. Also, mixed movements, taking into account or into the movement men, but only when the movement is led by women. When the movement is led by men, women disappear. So maybe looking at or working through traditionally accepted roles is one lesson that can be taken out of the Israeli experience, because it works. And joining forces among women groups and with men also works.
Thank you. I will now call on Angelika Boris, who's well known in this country as the leader of the Union of Poles in Belarus. She's also, within Belarus, is understood as a very prominent human rights activist. Are there lessons that Belarus has learned about the ways in which people work together, the ways in which women work together, which you can share with us today, from your personal experience?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to express my solidarity with Iranian women. I am full of real appreciation to them, because it's so hard to difficult, hard to imagine, to realize what you have to go through. And I believe that women's solidarity from all over the world should respond and monitor the situation. My experience is not as difficult as yours. I have different experiences. I never imagined that after going back to Belarus after graduation from university in Poland, when I'm elected to the president of the largest minority organization in Belarus, I would become the enemy to the state, that the state media would introduce me as a bandit, as an enemy, as a thief, that when I go back from the conference in Vilnius, they would plant some stuff to my car mirror, and then I would be suspected for the trafficking in drugs. I never expected that for acting in a social organization, for trying to fight for normality, that my man would go to arrest. I spent 24 hours in arrest when I was trying to save a colleague of mine because I went to the police station. I never realized that you can use all the methods to destroy a human being, that were pornographic slander in leaflets widespread with the Photoshop with my face there. Only because I was a woman, they were trying to slander me. When I told it to my colleagues, male colleagues, they were really so terribly moved by that. And well, I never thought that something like that would have ever happened to me. But I think that if you go through such experiences, you get strength and you get determination. And then you know that you should not step back. That if I'm damaged so much, if I'm being destroyed so much, it means that I have a value. I'm worth something if they are trying to apply such methods to destroy me. Especially that I am a woman. In the Polish Union, there are women mainly, and the organization has survived thanks to women, because all our structures are actually led by women. That is why, thanks to the solidarity, thanks to strength and determination, we can continue to act, and this gives us strength. I believe that we should never give in. We should go through a lot to be able to achieve something. We have to give to get. So once again, I want to say that I'm really full of admiration to Iranian.
For reasons that I'll explain in a minute, I'm going to give Pani Joanna Szczerkowska the last word. But before doing so, there's one person in the audience I'd like to call on, because she is evidence of a very successful women's rights and human rights movement in Kuwait. Could Rola Dashti, I didn't see you, but I know you're here somewhere. There. Could she speak for women? Rola Dashti is recently elected Member of Parliament of Kuwait. And maybe we can have a microphone. Is there a microphone I can give her? Or would you like to come and speak? And she'll say a few words about the success of the women's rights and human rights movements in Kuwait very recently.
Thank you. I'll just tell you some success stories. I'm a lucky person. Within my lifetime, I succeeded to fulfill 2 dreams. The first dream, getting women to their political rights. For the last 45 years, Kuwaiti women were suffering and fighting for their political rights. 2005, we had our political rights. I fought for the right for the last 15, 20 years. And everybody thought nothing will change in our society. It's male-dominated, extremist, radicalist, Islamist. The role of women is to stay at home. But we believed in our cause. We were determined, and we made it. In 2005, we made it. So we ran into parliament elections. And everybody said, no woman will be there. We need at least 50 years. And they cited so many examples from all over the world. And we were determined that women will be in parliament. And luckily, after 4 years, 4 women were in parliament. The path was not easy. We were terrorized. Maybe we weren't physically terrorized, but we were psychologically terrorized. We've been called agent of the West, anti-religion, destroyer of social fabric, you name it, we got it. But we were determined, we were convinced that the rights we should have, the future of our country, is in our hand. We had support. We had support from women in Kuwait, men of Kuwait. We had support from all over the international community, friends who believe in the rights of women. But above all, we knew that change comes from within us. Our conviction is in our determination, that to make change. We were persistent. Above all, we empowered the silent majority. That's what we need to do. The silent majority believe that there's hope, but they don't do anything. You need to empower them. This is how we won election. Because we said to the silent majority, change is in your hand, not in the minority. Don't let the minority rule our future, because the path will be disaster for all of us. It's hard work. I know how hard it is for the Iranian women. It's not easy. We come from similar societies. Radicalism and the role of women is to stay at home. And change needs determination. We have to sacrifice. I'm a believer that I am a beneficiary of a lot of women in the 30s and 40s fought for us to get education. I have to open the horizon for the young women, my nieces, and the young girls, so that their future is better than mine. And the only way to do it, as one of our colleagues said, you have to give. Not to get yourself, but for the little girls to get. And this is where I say, we are together, don't feel alone. Social activism has its ups and downs. And it's downs more than its ups. But build on the ups, even if they were small. You're making changes, we're with you, and we will support you, and I think change will come. I believe in that. I had 2 dreams. My 3rd dream is to see women in the judiciary system. Maybe it will take us less time than 4 years now. That's what the new dream I have. When I go back, we're fighting for women to become in the judiciary system to be judges, and hopefully we'll make it. Thank you.
Thank you.